everybody, welcome to my channel. So today I thought I would film a New Year's Eve get ready with me video. So if you want to see how I went from looking like this to looking like this, then please keep watching. Lego. Okay, so today I'm going to be starting with my eyes, mainly because I haven't decided what I'm going to do with my eyes yet. I'm kind of just going to wing it and see what happens. I don't usually use primer, honestly. I just use concealer to prime my eyelids. So I'm going to use the here we go, Basic Beauty Blogger. I'm going to use the Revolution, what is it? Supersize Conceal and Define. I used to use the Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer, but I kind of decided that, like, once I tried this was the one that was supposed to be like the dupe for the Tarte Shape Tape. And honestly, like, the actual coverage, like, is pretty good. Like, it's not like ridiculously incredible like a foundation would be, but it's pretty good. And it's really nice and dewy as well, whereas the other one was quite flat. Like, it wasn't matte, but it was just a lot flatter than this, so I prefer this one. Just blend that in with a beauty blender, because why not? I can't bother to get a brush out. This is ridiculously difficult because for some reason last night I decided that I was going to give myself fake nails, and oh my word, I have never had fake nails, right, in my life, but these, like, they look really fake. I know, I low-key hate them, but they are actually impossible for me to do anything with. I'm really struggling with everything, which I used to have really long nails naturally, but oh my word, I literally had to cut my long nails because of like a hobby that I have, but these are impossible to use. I think it's just because I've kind of like waxed them on and not really got used to them as they've grown in, if that makes sense. So they're really difficult for me to get used to straight away. But anyway, so today I am going to be doing my brows before I forget to do that, because I always forget to do my eyebrows first. Gemma, I've lost the footage for the eyebrows. Honestly, editing this video has been a complete nightmare. It's literally taken me nearly 2 days, so I have lost all the footage for the eyebrows. I'm sorry. You're just gonna have to allow it. I'm not giving up this time. I'm determined to not give up on this video, because I've given up on so many videos before that I'm just determined to not give up on this one. So the first thing I'm going to do is prime my eyelids with the Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer, which was supposedly, when this first came out, everyone was really hyped about it, calling it like the Tarte Shape Tape dupe. This whole thing is a mess. It's a mess, honestly god, you probably won't even see it, but I tell you, I've already been filming for at least an hour and I haven't got anything usable, so we're gonna roll with it, right? So the first thing that I'm gonna do is prime my eyelids with the Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer. I don't actually use like normal primers. I don't think they really do anything, to be honest. I mean, I could be completely wrong. I've never tried primer on my eyes. I've tried like face primer, but honestly, like, I don't feel like it does anything, so I just don't use it. But I'm just using this literally just to give me like a plain like canvas for me to like paint on, for lack of better terms. So I'm literally just gonna whack this on like that. So now I am literally just blending this in with a beauty blender. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. Kind of, anyone who's watching this, I'm assuming you probably know how you're doing your makeup. If not, then fair enough. That's that. So yes, this beauty blender, well, this beauty blender was damp an hour ago when I started filming. It still is a bit, but use damp beauty blender anyway, you get the point. Okay, so now for the third time today I'm using the little brush fell out, that's helpful. Right, I'm using the Anastasia Soft Glam palette. This palette I absolutely adore. Like, it is incredible for any glam looks that you want to do. It pretty much satisfies everything. You can do like orangey tones, you can do brown tones, you can do pink tones. I just hurt myself with my nail. But it's honestly so diverse, like, it's actually incredible. I love it, and the pigment is just like, I honestly have to be really careful because I tend to put way too much on. and it ends up looking ridiculous, but the pigment is really good and the formula is so buttery and nice, it just glides on. I love it. So first thing I'm doing is literally taking this burnt orange colour, which it looks really dark to be using as a first colour, but it's not. It's fine. When you actually put it on, it looks fine, or at least it usually does. Whether it will today, again, I don't know, but we'll see. So I'm literally just whacking this now in the crease and blending it upwards towards my brow bone. I tend to do the same thing with my eyeshadow in that I literally put one colour in, blend it up, another colour, blend it up, and I just get darker on my colours, and for some, like, that looks okay. I don't really know what I'm doing, like, specifically when it comes to eyeshadow. I'm not like a makeup artist or anything, but I just do what works. Anything you ever need, I'll do the most for you. Right. I can't English today. I'm really struggling, actually, with like everything in life today. You just leave it up to me. I'll do the most for you. There we go. That would do. Right, next I am taking a slightly darker shade, literally a slightly darker shade. I'm taking Rustic, which is literally just 2 shades long from the one you used a second ago. And I'm doing exactly the same thing. And then blending it upwards. I'm trying to get like a V shape. Whether that's actually happening or not, I don't know. Whether it's gonna happen or not, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I haven't planned this eyeshadow out at all. Like, I'm kind of just doing it as I go along. So we're gonna see what happens with it. I'm hoping it's gonna look pretty glam and like nice and smoky, mainly for the Instagram pictures, because, you know, I'm not actually like going out either. I'm literally staying in and having a few neighbours around to the house. So, got an itch. So it's not like it really like needs to look good. It's more for the Instagram pictures, honestly. And we've got Facetune for that, so. Right, next I'm taking the brown shade, which is just one more along, which is Cypress Umber. And again, I'm doing exactly the same thing. Honestly, this is how I do all my makeup. I just literally darker up, darker up. That's what I do. I'm kind of debating between like a cut crease and a halo eye. I'm not really sure what I should do. I'm not really sure. This looks so much better than what I did a minute ago. Oh my goodness, thank God. I'm honestly glad. I'm not giving up today. I don't care whether it takes me like 20 takes. I'm not giving up. This video is going up whether the world likes it or not. It's going up. I'm determined, because I swear to God, I've been wanting to start my YouTube channel for way too long now. It's actually ridiculous. And when I say way too long, I mean I started filming when like DIYs were the big thing. So when Law DIY were like just becoming big and things like that, it was, God, years ago. I think I was in like year 5 or 6, maybe even younger than that. I started filming DIY videos, and I remember I made a filing cabinet out of a cereal box and some wrapping paper, and I filmed it. And my dad came in and he was like, what are you doing? And I said, I'm filming a video, Dad, and he wasn't very impressed. I think he was more annoyed that I'd like emptied his cereal onto the side just so I could make a filing cabinet. Because I was in year 5, like I totally needed somewhere to keep all my important documents. You know, like my Moshi Monsters, like login information and my Club Penguin codes. RIP Club Penguin as well. I don't know, has it come back, or I don't know what's happened with that, but it's so sad. Like 2019, not even 2019, this last decade, I've literally grown up in this, like, I say I've grown up, like I've grown up. Like there's so much from this last decade that it's just like, it's just sad. There we go. Looking cute. I I've got a cold, I'm sorry. So you know when that person doesn't reply for an hour and then you reply after 2 minutes? Right, I'm now literally taking the black shade and I've decided I want to use a different brush. I don't want to use that brush. It's literally just like a little fluffy brush. Yeah, it's so beautiful though. Right. Then the crease. Keep this in the crease. Do not blend it ridiculously far up, because if you do that, like I did earlier, you end up with black eyes and then you honest to God just look like a panda rather than a smoky eye. So don't do what I did earlier. I was having a nightmare earlier. I honestly don't know what was going on. So that's fun for me. Right, I'm blending this on the like in the fold of my eye, and then blending it like down here as well. I feel like this is getting so much easier for me today. I kind of, because when I first filmed these, oh my god. Okay, when I first started like filming videos, I get stuck because I don't really know what to talk about to keep people interested. And honestly, like I still don't, so I'm kind of just making it up. But I feel like I'm doing a much better job today than what I did yesterday or the day before yesterday. Because when I filmed that other video, I was just so like quiet and I literally didn't say anything for like a solid 40 minutes plus, and it was just awful. I was watching it back and I was like boring myself and falling asleep myself, and I thought, well, if even I can't watch this video, then no one else is going to be able to. So I didn't delete everything, but I definitely won't be uploading it. So this is what I'm going for. Okay, don't raise your eyebrow. If I raise it, it looks awful. If I do that, it looks good. So just don't raise your eyebrows the whole night. Or just blend it better than I have. Honestly, like my blending isn't exactly from the gods, but it does the job, so... Right. Now I'm taking the black and I'm going to pack the black on and hope that it doesn't look dreadful. I can't even explain to you what I'm doing right now. I literally just blend until it looks okay. So I'm not going to cut my crease. So the first thing you'll probably notice is that I've made a bit of a mess, but that's fine because we're going to go back in anyway with the black and sort of blend it in a little bit more, because I don't really like to leave it just as it is. I feel like it just looks a mess. Just blend in that like along the edge, like here, to sort of blend it into the eye a little bit more and make it look a little bit more of like a natural fade. It's not going to look like a natural fade anyway, but you see what I mean? Like it just makes it look a little bit more like, rather than like... So I'm going to put this on my little finger and oh my gosh, I'm going to poke my eyeballs out doing this. I'm actually terrified of my own nails. Okay, so it doesn't matter if you make a mess because now I've made a mess. I'm taking the black again. Again. It tends to be a useful colour in this look. And just blend it out again. I mean, to be fair, you don't really need to blend it out in the first place. You could have just blended it out when you got to this point. Like, it's honestly up to you. Now I think I prefer it like cut. Oh my gosh, make your mind up, Gemma. I think I prefer it when it's like slick now. Okay, we're gonna blend it out though, because I've done it now and I can't bother to go back. Doesn't look as bad as you thought it would, does it? So, there we go. I'm now going to do my eyeliner, which I'm using the Kat Von D tattoo liner, which I feel like everybody uses this. I mean, I could be wrong. I'm just going to follow my natural lash line and then do like a little bit of a wing. So I'm taking Moon Dust from the Huda Beauty palette. This one right here. This is an inner corner highlight. Okay, that was a terrible example. Hold on, let me actually put something on my brush. It's gorgeous. I use it all the time, to the point that this is like the colour that I use the most out of the entire palette. And honestly, like the rest of the palette is like untouched and this is like running out. So I've just made a right mess of that. You put it on a little bit more evenly than me. I can't even fix it because my nails are too... Oh, I put it all over my face! Right, I'm also using this as a brow bone highlight. Okay, so first I am going to curl my eyelashes and then put a little bit of mascara on. Right, so eyelashes. I think what I'm going to use is the Samantha No. 7s from Huda Beauty. I absolutely love these lashes. I've never used them before. Just to clarify that, I haven't used them before. I've never used any of Huda's eyelashes before. I usually use the Ardell Demi Wispies, and now my new dailies. I used to wear the Ardell Wispies or the Ardell 205s. Those tended to be my sort of daily eyelashes, but then my friend brought me the Demi Wispies for Christmas, and honestly, like, they're just my favourite now.
I've been thinking about you all the day long. I can't find the words, so I wrote you this song. So anything you wear.
Whoo! Looks a little bit better, doesn't it? So for foundation, I'm using the Rimmel Lasting Finish, which is this one. Right. Then I'm taking my beauty blender just to blend it in a little bit more, which honestly that brush actually did a really good job. I don't really need to do this, but I like to really push it into my skin to make sure it's not going to come off throughout the day. Especially seeing as it's New Year's Eve as well, like I don't want it to be coming off and be all horrible at like 10 o'clock at night. So I'm just concealing underneath my eyes and on my nose because my nose is like really bad. And I tend to, like, I have a really uneven skin tone. I don't know why, but I tend to be really like greeny around here and then really red along here. I'm really out of breath from walking up the stairs. Hold on. Right, so now I'm taking the Shade and Light palette by Kat Von D. You all know this palette. If you've watched any beauty video ever in your life, you'll know that everybody uses this palette. I have absolutely smashed them to pieces by taking it on holiday, but I'm taking the lightest shade here and I'm just putting that on my beauty blender and pushing that under my eyes to sort of set the concealer in place. I don't know whether this is what you're supposed to do, but it's what I do. It works for me. And that's all that I really care about, to be quite honest. If it works for me, it works. I used to use the lightest shade of contour, but like I said, I took it on holiday and it got really smashed up in my suitcase, which is really sad. So I have actually got the powder in this little light travel bottle. I need to fix it, but I haven't got any like alcohol or anything to fix it with. So we're not going to do that. I'm just instead mixing the two darker shades, which I know, right? Logic. I'm doing that and then I'm literally right, then I'm obviously going to bake my face. I don't know if that's what it actually is, but I'm taking the lighter shade again on the flat edge of this beauty blender and just like dragging it across my skin like that, just to cut my cheekbones. So I'm taking this really like flat edged Real Techniques brush and I'm using exactly the same in that I'm mixing the two darker shades and then I'm literally, this looks crazy when I first do it, but I'm dragging it down my nose like this. Now the closer together you put these lines, the smaller your nose is going to be, so maybe make it look like you can breathe, but like, you know, make it as small as you want or as big as you want. I'm now just buffing it out and blending it out down the side of my nose. Cute! So now that it looks like we can't breathe, I need to itch my nose. I'm just taking the lighter shade again and just running that down the centre just to give it a bit of a highlight. Like that. Right, so now I'm going to do my blush. Honestly, there's no real like order as to what I'm doing this in. I tend to make it up every time I do my makeup, so you don't have to follow the order I'm doing it in, but this is the Fleur Power Blush satin version, if that makes any difference, by from MAC. I never used to use blush, like ever, and then I decided one day that I was going to try it, and I picked that one up from MAC, and honestly it was just really nice. I don't really see the point in having loads of different blushes though, so I don't know, maybe there is, but I really like it. It just gives me a little bit more colour and it makes me look less, okay, that's a lot of colour, there's not that much colour on my skin in real life. It just makes me look a little bit more like, I don't know, alive. Today I'm going to use the MAC Beaming Blush. It sounds like a blush, it's not, it's a highlighter. And this is absolutely beautiful. I love this. It's really nice and like it's got a gold tint to it. You'll see what I mean in a second. There we go. I didn't put enough on my brush, that's why. This is really subtle. This isn't really like a pop kind of highlight. But if you wear it in photos, it actually tends to look really good. Especially with flash photos. I don't know why it's not really showing up on the camera, but it looks really good in real life, I promise you. Do get my nose as well. You can see it on my nose though. You can see how good it is on my nose. Just for some reason, highlight just doesn't like work on me. So now I'm going to go back in with the Soft Glam palette again and take this little fluffy brush, little adorable one. And I'm repeating the same step essentially that I did with my eyeshadow in the first place. So I'm just going to take the lightest colour and drag that across the bottom. You can totally miss this step out as well. You don't have to do this. I just like doing this because it darkens my eye up a little bit more. This brush is still dirty as well from the other colours, so the other colours are kind of just going to blend their way into it, but it's fine. So now I'm going to take my mascara again and just do my bottom lashes. It's really like a attractive double chin thing I do. But I am going to set it, so I'm using the MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus. This is like, I'm literally nearly at the end, so if anyone wants to bring me a new one then I wouldn't mind. When I first got it, I was so used to using the Urban Decay All Nighter spray, which is absolutely incredible, don't get me wrong. I literally only wanted to try the MAC Fix Plus one because so many people were raving about it, but the Urban Decay one tends to have a bit more of like a spread out like spray, if that makes sense, whereas this one is a lot more direct. So I found this sort of like hit me in the face rather than spritzing. So I hated that when I first got it, but I actually really like it now. Okay, so I am going to be lining my lips with the Huda Beauty lip liner in the shade Wifey. This is like absolutely 100%, this is my favourite shade that I've found, just because it's really nice and natural and just pink, so I literally use it for everything, like no question. I never change my lip colour. So I literally just outline all my lips and fill it in. I know you're not supposed to do that, but that's what I do. So I'm using her Power Bullet in shade Prom Night. I didn't line my lips very well, but you get the idea. And then I was going to curl my hair, but honestly I don't think I can really be bothered because these nails, doing anything with these nails is really hard. So curling my hair, I think I might struggle. There we go, so that is my New Year's Eve makeup. Do I need to do one of these like... Is that cute? Is that what we need to do? Okay. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe down below. And I will see you all later. Bye!